Welcome to the final part of my coaching session with Hoodyhooo. If you've enjoyed the series, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and all that fun jazz. And also go check out Hoodyhoo's stuff. He's got an awesome YouTube channel, and he's also obviously a coach, and he's reasonably priced, and I think he's pretty chill as a coach. So, without further ado, here is the final episode.
Next. That was a wash.
Your frisky aunt.
There, I didn't hit claim go for it or anything like that, which I probably should have.
Yes, absolutely. It's solo queue. Just go ahead and tell them.
Because I know it's supposed to be left goes, but I don't really care if I have to go with the right guy. It doesn't matter.
I hate that as a rule. I don't really understand why. Because we have quick chats. Like, if we didn't have a way to communicate, I think it would be awesome that the community got together and did that thing. But since we do have quick chats, I actually really despise it. Because, if we look at any competition, if you're playing basketball, if you're playing chess, football, soccer, hockey, teams are not going to do the same thing over and over again. Why would they do that? No, nobody would do that. We want to stay unpredictable. We want to keep the opponents on their toes. If they can always count on the same thing happening, if they don't have anything to worry about. Something that I do, especially when I'm in a party. Especially when I'm in a party and I'll be able to tell my teammate. So I want him to go this way because I know they're sending this guy, and since they're sending this guy, all I have to do is beat him to the side of the ball and shoot it this way. So I use that against people. I know left goes. So I fast kick off and just give it to him, and it almost always is a goal. I really, really don't like left goes.
I remember this.
Wait a second. All right, don't be this guy.
Right there when I turned off cam and I was like, wait, what? I wouldn't have gone for that challenge like that if I didn't know you were behind me.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
Should have jumped for that.
I don't know. I mean, in hindsight, we can see that we didn't get it. But what I'll say is a lot of times the decision to go for something is more important than the execution. So right now, this jump, and he may not go for this anyways. But yeah, he's going to wait and read this because he wants to see, are you going to put this way? Are you going to put it this way? Are you going to end up dropping it right in front of the net? What are you going to do? And so your decision to go for it has made him hesitate, or at least read the play. And so I actually clipped during this past week of RLCS. One of the casters said that I clipped it because I wanted to start showing it whenever I said this. The execution is less important than the decision. He said something along those lines. So like the threat that you may touch it is what matters, not so much that you execute on what you've decided.
Hence why people get mad when somebody misses the ball and you think, oh, I would have gone for it or I would have hit it if you would have hit it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So after the last play and then this play right here, I'm going to go ahead and count my teammate as just, excuse me, but a jackass.
I'm sorry, Frisky Ant.
Look at this guy. So he's literally, it's almost like he's on a string behind you.
I was trying to get away from him.
He does the exact same thing that you do. So at that point right there, I'm going to turn around and I'm just going to just wait. I'm just going to space myself away from him, which is pretty much what you do here. That's good. Man.
Boomer.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing that you can do, it seems like, and this is not just you, pretty much everybody does this. When they come for boost, they just by default turn this way.
Turn towards net instead?
You can turn this way, but you can also just kind of delay it. If you'll just sit right here and then read it,
okay,
as we're right here, that way you can kind of make the decision after you see what happens.
Brain dead play.
It's okay. I think right here, though, instead of pushing it down the field, just push it across to the space. And then you've got enough where you can follow it up. It may not be super threatening, but right here, when we push it down the field, especially without power, we just give them possession. And we're counting on Jackass back there to make the play, so... Very nice. Very, very nice. This is something I talk about frequently. A lot of people will try to make this challenge. So again, they are, as far as they're concerned, Jesus Christ. Look at this kickoff. Holy cow. So as far as the orange team is concerned, when you go up the wall like this, you're going to hit the ball. And so this is very smart to let this come down and maintain control.
It's slightly because I'm not comfortable enough hitting it off the wall.
No, that's fine though. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay. I make that recommendation to all kinds of players, high level players, low level players. You don't have to go off the wall. Very nice. I love those. You can just go up and threaten it, make it look like you're going, and then come down and control it. You retain all your boost.
My favorite is turning a pop shot out of it, hitting the ground. You know, I didn't realize during the game how bad this guy was.
This dude is horrible. Whew. Stressing me out right now. There we go. I like that. Are you familiar with Verge?
He was one of my coaches previous. He was the one who did the first boost lane talks with me.
Okay. Have you seen his most recent video on rotation?
Yes. About covering the range of possibility, and right now I'm covering the no range of very little possibility right now.
Well, I think he calls it threat zone.
Yeah.
Something like that. So we've got a massive threat zone. And it's just because you have prioritized boost so heavily that you ran away from the play. So we do a great job here, and we have almost 50. So right here we just hold on. If you just come back down and pick this one up, you'll have 59, 71, 83, and now we're only at midfield instead of way back here. Which would probably be a free ball if we're already here.
Especially if I had a chance to get up to it before at the same time as him too.
Yeah. Nice. Defensive demos. Fantastic. By the teammate time. Oh, and they had enough. Demo them right out the lobby. So, I think some good things that you do. You have you do a very good job with like drift efficiency. So our turns are very quick and precise. That's something that I usually end up recommending to people to improve on. So the drifting is good. You actually do a good job with camera work. I imagine it's a little more jarring if I was to watch it in real time because I'm just not used to that. But as long as it works for you, I'm not going to tell you that it's wrong. I don't think transition speed is that type of thing. But we definitely want to, be surveying the field. So using that rear view camera, even using your stick if you can. We want to have our head on a swivel, taking in all information all over the field.
Side note, I do have I still need to do the swiveling and never allow that. I do get a little bit extra view space on the side. I have an ultra wide.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so do you make use of workshop maps?
Yes, but not a lot of them. So, okay. Speed jump boost, the dribble challenge, speed jump 4, and that's about the main ones. Okay,
so speed jump boost is incredible. Really great course to, just up that boost aerial efficiency. Practice that stuff. All the speed jump courses by DMC, I highly recommend. There's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's all the rings courses. Do you do the rings courses?
The rings courses I've been recommended out. I just can't stand them. I need to get.
Okay. That's fine. Some people are not going to like things. So I'm going to send you some videos from Kevpert. You know Kevpert?
Yes.
So he's got a bunch of aerial car control videos. And so inside
I saw Randy doing this one recently.
You may have. So inside this, he's got all kinds of stuff, and he talks about like 60 to 90 minutes a day, which I just wasn't willing to do. I like if I'm gonna have that long to play, I want to play some. Mm-hmm. But I just condensed it down into something that I would do. And so you just go through here and you go through the course once with your shell facing you. And so what I would do is go down and back. And then after I went one down and back, I would turn it around and go inverted. You go down and back.
Inverted will be easier than regular for me.
And then turn to the side, which is where it's really going to get tough because forward and backwards are now left and right, and left and right are now forwards and backwards. And then go, with the turn to the left, down and back for each. And so then you can go through again and just, air roll, do whatever you need to do, tornado spin. Another thing that you can do is you can get up high on the map and then intentionally lose control and then try to gain it back. That is definitely a skill that's not easy. All while switching cameras would probably be helpful too. So that course is super helpful. There's a ton of really good stuff inside this parkour map, so I highly recommend it. Another one is if that becomes something that's too easy or you would like more of a challenge, you can get in here, and this one is super, super difficult. And you can apply that same concept, shell facing me, shell away from me. This one is really, really difficult. So that one is that's one that I've been practicing here recently as well. I would do those things, and then you just want to. I mean, you just definitely want to make time for free play as well. Free play can be monotonous and it can be boring.
I don't mind free play. I just need to varietize my free play a little bit more.
Yeah. And then there's one more course that I like to recommend just because it's kind of like a fun mini game. This is just called Hornets Nest, and you're just stuck in this cage, and you get obstacles sent at you, and you have to avoid them.
All right.
Starts out really easy.
It's kind of like that game show from back in the day.
Just another way to practice the in-game mechanics that are not, that you can, like you said, mix it up so you don't get bored. But that's pretty much it. This is made by that same guy that makes
DMC.
I mean, it's like 3 or 4 guys that make all of it. Between him and Lethamir and GLH, they're pretty much like 90% of the maps. But I would do those things, and then I would go ahead and work in it. Like you said, you're mainly comfortable with ground air dribbles. I would go ahead and start working in some of the wall air dribbling stuff. Because, in free play, the reason I like it more so than custom training is, right now you're practicing all kinds of stuff. You're practicing aerial car control. You're practicing, controlling the ball over to the wall. You're practicing leaving from the wall. You're practicing a ton of stuff because you're having to set it up yourself rather than, a custom training doing it for you. That's why I'm a big fan of free play over the custom training maps.
I mainly do for custom trainers. There's a couple dribbling ones here and there, but like strength and accuracy, all kinds of shots, and like aerial warm up for the most part are the ones I'll spam through just to get what I hope is consistent.
Just get kind of warmed up for the day. So if you want, I do have like a little air dribbling video, and I made this pack, which I think just to save time and like get comfortable with air dribbles off the wall. This one may be a good one.
I'll try it.
It's just a few different variations of air dribbles. And
My
air dribbles
always been the first touch. It's either a setup for it seems like it goes too far out or it slams the ceiling. I'm getting that first touch right.
Okay. So one thing that you can do is, if we were to slow this down, right before I touch the ball, I let off of boost and I let off accelerate.
All right.
So that's definitely something that you can practice in regards to just the wall air dribbles. The main thing is we just want to try to match the speed of that ball. But all right, I think the big thing is just going to be, main thing is, did I say the diaper method? Did I talk about that?
The diaper method?
So my approach to ranked is I call it the diaper method, and you won't have to do this so much when you party up, but in the solo queue experience, shit is going to happen, and I'm going to take the responsibility of being the diaper that holds it all together for my team. So that's my cheesy name for my approach to solo queue. You're gonna unfortunately get teammates like that crazy aunt or whatever her name was.
The feisty aunt.
Yeah, and so unfortunately, you can't do anything about that. But what you can do is shift your approach to the game, and so that's going to be my main thing for you. I think for the most part, you were pretty conscious of teammates, but what you can do is you can just take that like full responsibility of, let me make sure that I don't give them easy goals, because I cannot count on my teammates. Now, sometimes you're going to get teammates that are just ballers, right? And then you can kind of take that back seat and let them do their thing. But a lot of times you're going to get teammates like what you just had right there. And you just kind of have to, unfortunately, take the short end of the stick and, be that guy that is always covering up for your teammates' mistakes.
All right.
So let me link you these videos that I was talking about with Kevpert. I think those are super helpful if you do want to improve the car control. especially in the air. That's really
Yeah, then in the air, I feel I'm behind.
yeah.
Which
Man,
sometimes I
these are
feel like I'm ahead of them on the ground, so I feel like it's a healthy trade-off. But
right. Yeah, I
especially
don't
in
think
threes.
there's like
Not a lot
a.
of people like to dribble in threes.
That's true. That's true. But there's definitely a time and place for it. So these 3 right here are videos that he put out quite a while ago, actually. But they're super helpful, man. And the thing is like, there's no shortcut to it. You know, it's just like with anything else. If you want to improve, it's just going to take practice. It's just going to take time. And so if you can work these into your daily routine, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes, if you can work those into the routine, it may take a month, it may take 2 months, but you're going to see progress. You're going to see improvement. So that's my advice: is continue to improve on those things and try to just take that responsibility of making sure, let me cover up for my teammate. All right, man. Hey, keep me updated on how it goes. Any questions at all? If you want to, ask me literally anything at all, you just you got me on Discord now, so you can just message me.
All right.
And wish you luck.
All right, I'll keep you informed.
Thanks, buddy.
On the grind.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
See ya.